Last week I worked on the head. I did some modification on the wrinkles around his head. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's final yet, but I like this so far. Last week I forgot to do like some of like the creases line around here, and it just didn't work really well. I find that this fixes a lot. I really like what I did with the head. I wouldn't say it's like the most highly detailed and polished head, but I think that it has an interesting character, and it's going to be enough for what I want to do. And what I want to do is have some fun. So there we go. Having fun, mission accomplished. Um, I think today I'll concentrate on doing the arms. I might actually not have as much time as usual today because I have like meetings later. Um, so what I want to do is finish the arms, and then the only thing that will be left to finish is those gigantic mechanical arms here, which is going to take some time to polish, but yeah, we'll at least we'll have the full character. So basically, by the time I finish the arms, I would technically have finished at the same level as the Mega Wawa on the left here. But this guy has something extra. He has a mechanical arm. But I tried to actually have most of it in symmetry, and both arms are the same, so it should go relatively well. So we'll see. Then I will see if I give him a pose or if I just keep him like this. He has already a solid A pose. And yeah, and then I'll figure out how I want to render it. The Mega Wawa was rendered in with Keyshot, but I'm thinking I don't know what I'm gonna do with him yet. It would be cool to show something new, but yeah, for me, Keyshot it's just like reusing my scene. It's always the same scene. I reuse the same materials basically. So yeah, maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna render it in Keyshot and like shared information. We'll see. Plus, I don't have Keyshot on this machine, so. Anyways, we'll see about that. So yeah, okay, all right. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I got my little references for the arms right there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to also like the arms were pretty not correctly done yet, so I have to fix those. I think I'm gonna separate both arms. I'm just gonna do one arm and duplicate it at the end. Probably gonna work on this one here. Will you also make him printable? Would be cool to learn how you do it. Yeah, I could. I could also record like a session where I make him printable the same way that I made the Mega Wawa printable. I did a tutorial on how I make things printable already. I could do another one with him, so it's part of like part of his series. Let's say his series. Anyways, yeah. Also, like just like a disclaimer, I'm not like necessarily an expert at like preparing things for print, but so far, I mean, I've been able to make a couple of STLs, and every time I printed them, it always turned out well. So, I mean, at the very least, I do a decent job at it, and I know a few of the requirements and everything. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm expert level, but I get around. That being said, I'm actually making the Frog Knight printable right as of now, and I'm running into kind of like a printing problem with one of the pieces. I'm trying to resolve it, and that's why it's still not available to purchase, but it's coming. It's coming. It's just I don't want to really like put it up to sale if I can't fix my problem, and I'm kind of like thinking that maybe the problem is hardware, not the file itself, because it's the piece that I have problem with. I printed pieces like that many a time. So yeah, we'll see. I think I might actually have corrupted the resin in my my tub, my tank. That might be it. But before I buy like a whole pack of new resin and a new tub, like a resin tank, I'm actually gonna have a friend test as well. And if he prints it without problem, I'll know it's more like my printer that's effed up. By the way, yeah, we got a sub right there, Lorenzo Coluccia, or Coluccia, right? Teach me. Frog, hey Frog. Hey Marco. Oh, awesome, good to know. Thanks, no problem. I always see different approaches for quick beauty shots, like some do PS export. Yeah, I do a lot of PS export. I do PS export, I do key shot, I do Arnold, but it all has like different purposes, and it has advantages and disadvantages, all of them. Yeah. You got plant-based resin. Plant-based resin? The only downside is that it got a due... Are you kidding me? Plant-based resin? I didn't hear about that. Wow. Okay, cool. That's interesting, because I kind of like feel bad about the environment when I do printing stuff. Like I'm a bit of a hippie with like a few things, environmental and stuff. And I mean, if I would be a true hippie, I wouldn't do 3D printing. But yeah, no, that's interesting. That's very interesting to know. So yeah, the last one. So the Coluccia, I guess. That was the last one that I said. So yeah, in terms of his anatomy, the way that I'm actually seeing it is like I'm probably gonna make him like skinny, but ripped. Not that much ripped. Just like to say that. Just to say that like he doesn't really have like much fat on him. So I'm gonna have to consider the size of the arm first. Probably make him a big paw. Keep the big paw. So I'll start by just like figuring out the amount of mass that I want to have on the arm. Yes, okay, perfect. How skinny do I want to make him? Hey, another sub, thanks. Lil Potato Enjoyer. That's a great name. I love that name. Wow. Little is it you are you a little person that loves potatoes, or you are a person that loves little potatoes? I need to know. I need to confirm my lore of your life. Yeah, by the way, I've received a lot of comments lately about the how loud the music is sometimes in my recordings. I'll be honest, I still don't get much of a grasp of like how to calibrate things correctly. Plus, sometimes musics are louder than others. Well, this time the music might be more on the safe side, so not too loud. So if there's anybody that has still a comment about music, let me know. because I want to fix that. Yeah, Anycubic sells them. It's soy-based resin, but still contains chemicals, so you still need to be careful. Okay, good to know. I think Any Days there are also other companies selling them. That's good. Supermo. Hey Marco, did you post your hotkeys file anywhere else? I want to see how you work so fast. No, I didn't post them because it's so custom to my like my setup and everything. It's pretty hard to make them. What I recommend is just creating those like extra menus here with like stuff that you like in it, and assign hotkeys to these menus so you can actually have them pop in the middle of your screen like this. Daniel Simon, hey Marco, finally can catch up with your stream again. Perfect. Well, you know what? That's a good thing that you're here. Happy to have you here. Okay, so what about the size of this arm? That feels okay. Feels alright. So next is once that I pretty much have like the size correct, I'm gonna create the masses and everything. Man, you know what's one thing that's interesting to look at is monkeys with what's the alopecia? Yeah, alopecia. That's a really nice way to have some like good muscle reference, because those things are fucking ripped. Like scary level ripped. So I might like gain some mass by sculpting, trying to not gain too much mass, but like the arms might get a little bit bigger, and I might actually need to remove, like to kind of like smooth them again later, which is fine. It's just for those who might actually like consider that like I'm not taking the direction that I said that I would be taking. Just know it's part of the equation. I think I already did a mistake. I didn't orient my arm correctly. That's such a stupid mistake. Hey Margot, what's up? Have you seen the new addition to 3ds Max? I did not. I open that software once every year, and that's about it. So no, I haven't seen. The skinless monkeys. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, skinless, hairless monkeys. Yeah, and bears with alopecia also is very interesting, because they're you can see like how much like really like flabby skin there is. So they're not like ripped like monkeys. They're just like massive, It's very interesting. I love those things. They're really great references to have. Ha 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 ha. Right. Right. I'm already seeing something I'm gonna need to... I might need to fix. That's unfortunate. Hey, thanks for the sub. Oh, Jake, good. Hey. My man. My man. Actually gonna need to have a bit of the back muscles in here. Let's try to fake it with this. There you go. I find sun bears interesting. They got a very humanoid posture. They look like humans in a bear costume. Oh, interesting. I'll look into that. Marco, if one day I will send you my own 3D print, will you place it on that shelf in the back? Well, I mean, I'm not making any promises, but that would be extremely interesting, depending on... Send me what the thing look like. I'll be honest with you if I want to place it or not. Because if you send me something like a swastika, I might be like, you know what? Nah, I'll skip on that one. I'm being stupid here. Yeah, Hey, Hey, Marco, just wanted to thank you for let us see your process. Truly inspiring by your work, man. It's really inspired by your work, man. Also, thanks for uploading the videos on YouTube as well in case we don't catch up here. Hey, it's my pleasure. I am very happy that you appreciate that, though. Finally, second time catching your live stream. Perfect. Zach Toro, hola. Hola. ¿Cómo estáis? I learned a bit of Spanish. Thank you so much for sharing so much information and process. It's 1 a.m. here. Where are you? If it's 1 a.m., it means it's... Oh, you're like 12 hours ahead of me, so you're in Asia. Or something, I guess. Australia, maybe? Asia, yeah. El Marco, love your art, man. Cool, 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 cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. Can I guess where in Asia you live? Can I guess that it's Singapore? See, I'm making him like really buff. I said like I'm not going to do that, but I'm just... It's kind of like easier to do like a muscular version of something before like toning it down, just because it helps you like to draw like where everything is. It's 1 a.m. here as well, Vinny. Kuala Lumpur. So this means I was wrong, I guess. Well, I try. I try. Where are you, Daniel? And Vinny? For it to be so late for you as well. I have that struggle too. I have an antelope study and I still look way too buff after. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, well, I mean, you just tone it down afterwards. As it will say, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? La biblioteca es el... Nope, I don't know enough words to complete that sentence. ¿Dónde está la ciudad de queso? Wrinkles. Indonesia, Philippines. There you go. There you go. I find that like Philippines has a lot of 3D artists. Like maybe it's just because it's like just a luck, but I find that like I often see people from the Philippines in Asia that are 3D artists. Because there's like countries where you rarely see 3D artists. There are some countries you see like many of them. Like there's a lot from Brazil, like the United States, Montreal, UK. There's a lot. There's a lot of like 3D artists from Iran also, I find. And there's countries where I see much less of them. Like more like Northern European countries. Or maybe it's just like that I like it's just like luck or lack of luck maybe that I haven't seen more of those countries. But yeah, Philippines, yeah, I see often people coming from the Philippines. Like when I look at portfolios on ArtStation and whatnot. I might be really wrong here also. Take what I say with a grain of salt, except if your high pressure is too high. your blood pressure is too high. Then skip on the salt. I was watching your ZBrush summit. Just one question: how you work so fast? I don't know. I just do. I do a lot of 3D. I always do. Every day I do 3D and everything. So at some point you just pick up a few tricks. And also I vary in between doing things for the quality or doing things for the speed. Like this character I'm doing right now, it's not really about doing something like extremely polished and high quality and new and blah blah blah. It's just about like just almost like vomiting things that I already know. So yeah. There's a big difference in between doing a study and something that is more like akin to like a speed sculpt. Like this guy is kind of like a bit of them in the middle, I'd say, but he's compared to what I've shown before on like my streams, he's more on the speed sculpt side, let's say. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, this side I'm gonna neglect it a little bit more because it's not the side that's really visible. All right. Now for the pause. And let me just check the chat real quick. Quite a bit, yeah. There's more in India, but in Philippines it's growing. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, of course there's like a shit ton in India as well, for sure. I'm from Germany, to be honest. A lot of people are moving to other countries for 3D job. Yeah, I mean it's Germany is has like an artistic background, but if there's no like 3D companies there, it's hard to retain your artists. Thank you for sharing the inside. My pleasure. When was the last time you've done retopo for games? like a long time ago because I don't really do any like artist work at Chaos Masons. So like art direction and team management and business side. So and I don't do that in my free time, the retopo. So it's been a long time, but I still enjoy it sometimes. I still enjoy it. I like a little bit. This one is not a high detail model. Need to upgrade myself then. No, I mean there's high frequency detail and there's some polishing for sure, but I'm showing like techniques to go quick at it, and it comes with like certain restrictions and this and that. That's more what I mean. I really like your creative skills. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm improving from you. That's perfect. Really happy to hear that. Yeah, Marco, which tutorial would you recommend for more hard surface, the God of Birds or Gendarmerie? Oh, they're both hard surface. I'd say like pretty equivalently. I'd say, I guess. It's more a question for Cedric. He's the one that made them. Whenever you have a little time, please check my work and share your thoughts. I'm not gonna share my thoughts necessarily because I don't really have time, but I'll check the website. I'll do that. Just know like if I don't answer, it's not because I don't appreciate you, but more because my time's limited. Lies. Nobody enjoys retopo. Fair enough. Fair enough. Mantis is better. Better in terms of more polish, you mean? Alright, I feel like the arm is good. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna start the pause now. So, you know what? I should have probably not put both fingers so close one to the other. By the way, I didn't know that, but like cats, they have like, look at that, how much like webbing they have in between their fingers. I really did not know this. It's really interesting. Like those are the little like paddings that make the paw print. But yeah, man, there's a lot of webbing. It's pretty interesting. Well, this one has less webbing. I guess this one is a bit more particular. I'm probably gonna go for like something like this. It's very cool. There's so much loose skin on those type of cats. Huh? All right, let's get to work a little bit because I don't have much time and I want to be able to advance. So to go fast, I think I'll just like keep the two fingers. Probably just do 3 fingers on him. Mega wall. Well, the mega wall was a mechanical arm, so it's hard to actually say that it's what's his true number of digits. But just for the sake of going faster, I'm gonna remove a digit from him. Stay at 3, kind of like a cartoon. Let's do the joints. Am I gonna do the webbing between the fingers? I guess maybe. a little bit. I'll check the chat really soon. I just want to make sure I advance a little bit now. So you know what's something that helped me with like, okay, and don't take like this as like ultra pro tip Marco whatever, like, you know, like I feel comfortable with my anatomy skills, but I'm not like the best at it. But one thing that I can say though is like it really helped me a lot when I started to look at fingers like squares more than like cylinders. So yeah, I recommend maybe adopting this like perspective as well when you're doing fingers and stuff. I was actually considering having him like flipping the finger. I don't know if that would actually just like look juvenile or because he's kind of like tame. Like his face is like in a bad mood, but he's kind of like tame, right? So I don't know if it would just like look kind of like not at its place if he was to flip the bird. But let's see. Doesn't really take long to test it out now. Oops. See, no, I like I prefer that little like two-finger salute thing. Also do another test about the size of the arm. See if I'm happy with the current size. Whoop. The more I reduce, the more it looks less cartoonish. Maybe I can reduce it a little bit. Like this. Yeah. Okay, collapse everything because I'm happy with that. It's pretty much all the volumes I'm going to need, so maybe I can do my Z remesh soon have a cleaner mesh to work from. Let's do it now. Let's clone it, duplicate. It's going to be the target. That's going to be the new mesh. Let's dynamesh at, I don't know, 2000 polys. Oh, there's a error in the mesh. Really? Fixed mesh. Is that remesh? Oh, there we go. Fixed mesh. The fixed mesh option fixed that little bug here. Agreed with Crazy Lion's Rabs. Definitely improving my skills just by watching your video. Thanks for sharing, Marco. Hey, my pleasure. Happy to read that. Yeah, dude, I was retopoing this Friday and the day just won't go fast enough. Tutorial for hard surface. Oh, okay, I get what you mean. Thank you so much. And yeah, I understand, Marco. Perfect. I've been in the 3D industry for 17 years, and you're the best 3D character designer, dude. Oh my, thanks for the bold yet touching compliment. Let's reproject this. Okay, the projection was not, distance was not far enough, so let's do it again. There we go. So I got all my details back, but now I have a nice Z remesh instead. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's continue with that. Oh, wait. On Naked Cats, I found the fingers complicated because they bend many times. Do you mean they bend or band? Look, good afternoon, Marco. What are the settings of this material, please? It's pretty standard. It's weird, I get asked this question often. That's the settings. It's yeah, it's pretty close to the standard gray. It's just a little bit more specular. It gives a good range of like highlights and shadows, even with like a gray background like mine. I don't like gradient backgrounds. How's your son, by the way? My son is pretty fucking cool. He's been hanging out with his mom today. We gave him a day off from the daycare, and he's been doing some shopping with her. Now he's sleeping right now. In a few, maybe in an hour or so, he'll be running around the house. And now he's been doing good. We changed his daycare to another place that's a bit more like focused on the children. Like the other one was a bit like impersonal and stuff, and my kid's a pretty sensitive kid, and he needs like a bit of attention, maybe a bit more than like the usual kid. And he was in a daycare that had like the teachers there, or the daycare people. They had like many children to take care of at the same time for each of them, and now we changed to one that is more like a lady in her home, and she actually has like a decent amount of kids to take care of instead of like too much, so he's able to actually get just a little bit more of attention, and it's actually working wonders. Plus he's less sick all the time, because in the other daycare there was like so many kids, and you know, at some point it's just he always got sick because there was always kids, and yeah, And yeah, so now it's better. It's better on that end. I'm sick less times. Like I got like a little bit sick last weekend, but before that, I didn't get sick since we started the new daycare, so that's a good thing. Like the other daycare, okay, fair enough. It was closer to, um, like he just started the daycare, so he was. That's where you get the most sick, right? Because you encounter like new people, yada yada yada. Um, but all that to say, like I really see a difference now, and it's really cool to not be sick all the time. Because before I was sick like every week or 2 weeks maximum. But I got a pretty good immune system, so like when I get sick, I don't really like I don't remember the last time that I got sick to a point that I was not able to work. Like it never happens. It's been like it's almost I'm it almost feels like like the movie Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. It's a M. Night Shyamalan movie. I did not pronounce that last name correctly. I know. M. Night Shyamalan. I don't know. Whatever. Unbreakable. The guy basically just like realizes like, hey, it's true. I never like took a day off, like a sick day, because like I'm never sick, and he kind of like discovers really late that he has like superpowers and everything. So I don't have superpowers, but like the character, I'm kind of like, oh shit, it's true. I haven't got like sick for like a long fucking time. But I do get aches and stuff. Like I had like a headache for like a month also lately. Anyways, humble brag, I guess. That's not what I'm trying to get at, but it kind of sounds like it. I guess I'll place the nails now, too. Am I gonna move the fingers? Yeah, let's place the nails anyway. Maybe in like not in the same mesh. Do I have? Oh, it would be cool to have a nail IMM, but whatever. It's gonna take a second to do. Let's save our little guy over here. That's great to hear. Wow, cool. That means you rest well and don't drink wine a lot. That's my guess. I do not rest well because I work all the time, or play video games, or read books, or I like these days I've been writing a lot. I've been writing a lot for Neo Apocalypse, and I can't wait to be able to show that to the people because I'm pretty happy of what I wrote. But yeah, no, I don't really sleep a lot. It's stupid. Like I told myself I was going to go to sleep early yesterday because this morning I had gym, a couple of meetings, and I wanted to do the stream. Plus I have some stuff to do like tonight, and I was like, oh, I'll try to get like 7 hours of sleep. That would be great. And I ended up having like 5 or something, which I'm like, ah, shit, whatever. Some people don't need much sleep. I'm kind of like in the middle. I should get more sleep, but I can function without not too much sleep, too. AccuCurve in the brush modifier, I think. modifiers, brush modifiers. No, wait, no. Stupid. And curve, AQ curve. When you combine it with move, it's really great to create those kind of like spikes. The claws might be a little bit too thick. Let's deflate them a little bit. Yeah, that's more like it. Let's polish them so that they actually get their roundness back. There you go. All right. Let's keep them as individual meshes for the moment. Nail IM would be nice. Oh, kitty. Oh my god, I need at least 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, some people need more. Like my wife actually needs a lot of sleep, or else she can't function. But like, I'm just having a hard time sleeping. I can't go to sleep if I'm not exhausted, actually. So I always drive myself to exhaustion and then I go to sleep. I don't remember going to sleep before midnight since I started doing 3D. Yeah. I think actually when I go to sleep before midnight, it's always like I'm always impressed. I'm always like, wow, that's memorable. Oops, I didn't do that part well. How was it done? It's like... Ah, okay. I've been doing it on in the wrong direction. And these should be more inside. Let's make them longer. Yes. There we go, like this. And then there's like a little like skin part. Which graphic tablet are you using? The Cintiq 27 HDK, I think is the name. QHD, maybe? It's an old model now, but I really don't need something new. It's really it's really good. The only thing that I don't like about it is just like the color, uh, the color contrast on it is like super high. So it's like when I do color calibration, I always need to use like other screens because this one's like a bit too intense. Huh? Hi, sometimes I don't even want to turn on ZBrush. Is it happening to you? Yes, it happened to me for 4 months last fall. I had a depression, a bit of a depression, and I couldn't work because I just hated everything that I was doing, and I had a very hard time, and I needed to give myself a real break to rekindle the fire. Yeah, I had a pretty fucking hard time. I did a podcast with someone recently, and I talked about that. I don't know when the podcast is coming out though, but yeah, I actually went kind of like in details about that. But otherwise, I work regularly. It's just that I kind of like burnt out a little bit. I didn't really listen to myself, and it's also the first time that it happened to me. Usually, like I always like work and it makes me happy and stuff. But yeah, there was a few things that happened in my life. Wasn't really all was not like really easy, and I kind of like overworked myself. I lost the fun of it, and it kind of like backfired because I didn't listen to myself. And it blew in my face. And yep, I got like a burnout depression thing for a little while. And yeah, so I just did my job as the owner of a company, but when it was time to open ZBrush, I was just like, you know what, yeah. And I was not necessarily like vocal about it, like necessarily, but it's while I was doing the frog character. Like I was able to do the frog character at the very least, but like really not anything else. And the frog character is not like a complex character in terms of like the design and everything, so I could just like go in the motions of doing it, but I was not like fully happy doing it either. I'm still happy of the results of the frog. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, yeah, my heart was not always like into it, but I did it. I did it for you guys, and I was happy to also at least do a little bit of it each week. But yeah, it was hard. It was hard. It was pretty hard. But my point is, if that happens to you, you should not force anything. I suggest you take a break and then you reopen ZBrush and you give yourself a project with the least amount of pressure possible. Because any type of pressure, if you're like don't feel too good about yourself and that sort of stuff, any kind of pressure is just gonna turn you off and whatever. So do not do something. Do not be pressured into it. At least for your personal stuff, right? I mean, it's hard to say the same thing when it's your job. It's kind of like people are like expecting things from you, so you kind of like sometimes you don't have really the luxury of being I'm trying to find a nice way of saying selfish. I like to think about you. Yeah. I passed a lot of nights without sleeping at all to have extra time for my 3D project at university. Yeah, same here. I haven't passed sleepless nights even for video game. Yeah. Oh, cool. Mine is 22 HD. 22 HD it's a good one as well. Oh yeah, Marco, I want to ask this. The job opening at Chaos Mason posted in Discord for medieval realistic character, is it still accepting applications? Actually, kind of, yes. Feel free to send your stuff. Wow, this is looking awesome. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Love the anatomy. Well, that's cool. Thank you. It's not the main focus of this character, but you know what? I'm happy to hear that. Well, at least it's the focus at the moment, right? By the way, how's the music? Do you find it correct level? Too loud? Not too loud? All right, thanks. We'll send the email. Yeah, music level is good. Sounds good. I think a little more volume will be good. Just a little. Okay, I'll take that in consideration. I think I'm at 5. Boop. I boosted it a little tiny bit, not too much, because the comment that seems to be coming the most about the sound is that the music is too loud. So just want to be careful with that. What is my list? Okay. I found this really cool site for music without copyright. It's this song is not. There we go. It's called artlist.io. It's pretty good, actually. At least I like it. Let's inflate this so it looks more glued together. There we go. There you go. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna move that little webbing a little bit over here instead. So let's make the little pads here. I think that song played in my last stream also, because I think I remember it. That one's a banger. That one's pretty good. Alright, it's starting to look like something. The side is almost invisible, so let's not lose too much time on this. Let's define a little bit more the little cushiony things. Alright, how much more polish does the hand need? I joined the nails with the hand. I can move everything at the same time. Alright, so, okay, that's good for the moment. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually add like a passive like I'm gonna diminish the anatomy of the muscles and everything. Like I said, it was never really intended to be that ripped, and the wrinkles, and maybe the arm's gonna be over. I will be able to put the other one. Thank you for the answer. No problem. You're a very humble man. Marco sharing so much knowledge. If someone follows your live stream video, they do not any more tutorial on hard surface. They do not need any more tutorial on hard surface character design. What do you guys think? That's too kind, man. Alright, see you, Daniel. Have a good one. Yeah, thanks for the compliments. I really appreciate that. I truly do. Alright, so let's diminish things. And the way that I diminish things, I kind of like try to kind of like make as if I'm adding like skin that bridges in between the muscles. Also, the orientation of the brush strokes are considered. Because like I want the little lines to be kind of like still there. I'm gonna do a little bit of smoothing, but like if these little brush strokes can remain there. So if you look at it with and without the layer, so you see it's kind of like just like kind of like creating, like I said, like let's look at like the muscles like two mountains, let's say, and you just like add skin in between the two mountains to bridge it. That's pretty much the mentality. I still have not smoothed, but and at the same time, I don't want to get rid of all of the muscle definition, because of when you look at like Sphinx cats, they're still like svelte, right? And when you're svelte, well, one thing that you can see is the muscles. So let's not get rid of that though. And if ever he still looks too massive, I'll just use the move brush and kind of like reduce the reduce the volumes. It's like pirate music. I love that. By the way, I'm still using clay buildup. I always use clay buildup for volumes and organic stuff, almost always. It's just I really click on it very, very lightly on the pad. Oops. Whoops. Alright, so this layer is basically, oh well, both layers are basically just about the muscle definition, and I'll add one layer just to smooth things a little bit. It's not too much smoothing, just a little bit of smoothing, the brush strokes. A little bit of smoothing. Yes. Alright, I lost a bit of definition here, so let's get it back.
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him in the head.
Alright, so one last layer for the wrinkles. I won't go too crazy on the wrinkles. Just one last question. To reach where you are now, so far, how many characters you made, including personal practice? 10,000 hours plus work? I've never calculated in hours. I don't know. Like a ton. A little ton of characters that I did. I don't know. I mean... I don't know how many characters that I did. My god, it's above 100, that's for sure. It's above 100. It's absolutely certain above 100. I don't know how many characters though. I'm gonna try to add one thing though. I'm not sure how it's gonna look. But I kind of feel like I need to some like loose skin here. Hey! Got a little raid over here. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. There we're gonna see the little kitty on which I'm working. Yeah. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. That's crazy. That is the secret of your mastery. Yep, it is. It's time and efforts. Nova Void Hades. Hades. Hello from Brush. Hello, 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 hello. Hi everyone. Well, I managed to raid before you ended. Yeah. I still got a bit of time on my hands, so I'm not ending the stream quite yet. So welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to the stream. Just working on this little character. I'll show you. He's missing an arm, so let's put the other arm and let's put the mechanical arms on the side. This is what we're doing right now. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, my pressure, crazy lion. So yeah, just working on this 3D character, little kitty in an armor suit to go with my chihuahua in an armor suit. Hey, let's save this file while we're on it. Alrighty then. Oops. So yeah, once I'm done with the oops, that's not what I wanted to remove. Once I'm done with the arm, the wrinkles and everything, I'll just place the arm on the other side, and then I'll be done with that. Now the question is, does this little like skin thing actually helps? So maybe it's going too much like inside. Let's add volumes a little bit more on at the front of the arm. So yeah, Brush for hire. Thanks again for the raid. That's pretty cool. I appreciate that a lot. Anytime, always a huge fan of your work. I love the range of dark to wacky. Yeah, well, thanks. First of all, thanks. And second is yeah, I'm like I'm not like super into like only like one style of things, and I think because of that, for the longest time, I was like, oh, do I even have a style and whatever. So like, yeah, at some point I just stopped asking myself this question and I just did what I wanted to do, right? And it eventually it became my style. And yes, there's like a certain range that I love to explore. It's fun. It makes me happy to be able to change up like this. Plus, like going from like super realistic to like semi-stylized. Like, there's a lot of stylization in the work I'm doing right now, although it's not like ultra stylized like some things are. No. But there's like a stylizing choices for sure. Okay, let's remove that music with lyrics, with not lyrics but singing. All right. On to the wrinklage. I don't have the best references for that, so I'll just go with the flow and see how it feels to me. I go with the flow. Like I did for the head part, I'll just start by kind of like drawing the wrinkles and figure out their intensity afterwards. I might even remove some wrinkles. Oops. Okay, I do have to raid and run now. Have a great stream. Well, you know what? Thanks a lot. I appreciate the quick little visit. Have a good one, man. Hey, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. By the way, since there's more people in the stream now, I'll just say if you're ever curious to know who I am, what I do, what product I have to offer that could also help you if you want to do what I do, check at the bottom of the screen, and you'll see a bunch of links, either like the links from Chaos Masons, my company, or my personal links. You might see a couple of things you like. And the one big thing that is new is we just finished. We just opened the pre-orders for this statue over here of Death, one of the character I worked on. It's been 2 years now or something, but like we finally produced it. So if you want to own the statue of Death, you can go on one of the links that you'll find in the links below. New Apocalypse is the website. That's the name of the universe, actually. And yeah, this is the character here. And I did a collaboration with XM Studios where we created the character in an actual statue form. And I mean, the quality is just top-notch. It's crazy. I saw them myself in person, and the statues are just beautiful. I'll receive mine soon as well. I'll be able to put them in the background and everything. It's gonna be cool. And yeah, I'm so proud of it. And this is the 4th character of the Four Horsemen series. So yeah. So now technically that the 4 horsemen are done, the next thing would be to tackle the archangels. These guys over here. That would be the next project to put into a statue form. And I'm fucking excited about that. I'm so proud of that. So yeah, if you want to know more about me, if you want to check those statues out, come and take a look. If you want to see more videos, there's also links to our YouTube where we host all of our the videos once we're done. So yeah, come along. Lorenzo looks awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate this. There you go. Now ends my self-promotion. So I think I'm happy with the amount of wrinkles. I don't think I'm gonna put wrinkles like in the interstice of like the joints. Those pieces are amazing. Love the Archangel series. Thank you. I'm having a hard time to decide if I prefer the Horsemen or the Archangels. I'm really happy of all of these. Plus there's new one comings, right? Like the next one are the Elementalists. I talk about it a little bit on my on the website, on the New Apocalypse website. And yeah, they're the next one coming. I'm currently working on them. I'm actually almost done with the design. So once I know that the design is what I'm going for, I'll just do the production, polish them and whatnot, and they will be complete. That's going to be another one in the bag, another series for the New Apocalypse universe. And yeah, I'm super primed about that and everything. Yeah, and then the next series after is going to be the what I call the anti-tech. It's just a code, like a project code name for the moment. I haven't figured out the name I'm gonna go for yet, the official name. The official name might be the Underdogs, I think. And in the realm of New Apocalypse, so you have the Four Horsemen are basically the effigy of well, they're kind of like the heroes, if you want, in a sense, of the Android Nation. And the archangels are like the same thing with for the human nation, right? So they're like the yin and the yang. They're complementary to each other and that sort of stuff. They're rivals. They're two sides of the same coin in a sense. And so that's why they kind of like look very similar. And now the elementalists are going to be very, very different in their style. Some people might have a reaction to it, maybe, because they're going to be very different. But there is like a certain range to like that the designs of the character of that world, and the archangels and the four horsemen, they're very knightly, very like armored character and that sort of stuff. And the elementalists are kind of like a blend of like androids and nature combined together in different ways. So, and they're not a group of characters. They're four characters, but they're not like they don't hang out together. So like their designs are not supposed to be like similar and everything. So it's going to be a really like a departure from the idea of like groups of knights and stuff. So yeah, I think people might have a bit of a reaction to this, but I hope most people are going to be welcoming the change as well, because the anti-tech people, sorry, like I said, they're going to be like kind of like new design on their own, because they are humans that are living in kind of like junkyards of the new world, if you could say, and that are basically not under like necessarily like the protection of like the military, the human military. So they kind of like have to fend for themselves, and the way that they do that is just by good old recycling of whatever tech that they can find. So if you have in your head like images of like Mad Max-ish kind of things, you're kind of like in the ballpark of where I'm going with that for the moment. I've written not much stories for characters for this group yet, so I need to also do that just to create myself a bit of like backbone for the characters. Right now I'm working a lot on establishing more background story for the four horsemen and the archangels, just so that we actually know a little bit more of like what's their story, what's their struggle, where they're coming from, what they want, etc., etc. And to be honest, I'm pretty happy of the results so far. So this is one thing I'm actually looking forward to share with everyone. You know what? You know what's something I could do? I could almost like do like a live stream of that. I'll think about that. Live stream of NA stories. Yeah, I'll think about that. Maybe that would be kind of like a cool thing to do to get out of the what I usually do, where it's about like teaching like my methods in 3D. Maybe I could do like some streams could be about like explaining my like where I am with the lore and stuff. Maybe show a bit of like the models as well. That could be good. That could be good. Alright, I'll think about that. Effect Sculpteur. Hey, hello, Madzi. Hello, Madzi. The word ethos came to me while listening about all that background story. Well, yes, there is. That's a proper buzzword for that. I also wrote like a timeline. Well, it's on the website, so you can already see it. I'm about to modify it a little bit though, because the more I'm writing about the story, the more I'm realizing I need to create some breathing area in some places and stuff. So like I'm considering this a little bit, and I'm also drawing a map of the world as well. That's going to be all added to the website and to the lore and everything once I'm going to update with more information. So yeah, the whole thing, the whole Horseman and everything, like it's a full franchise, and it's a full like universe that's getting created. and the way to express like the characters and the world is sorry, the way to express that universe, I decided that it would be like through characters, because I'm a character artist. I love characters and stuff. And since I love statues and everything, and XM were willing to partner up with me to make them into statues, well, this is how we're pretty much selling the whole idea and everything, and sharing our vision of the thing. But yeah, we're adding some like story elements and everything just to give context, so that people understand like the maybe the design choices, or can give them like maybe a voice or something. So it's a very exciting process. And to be honest, if at some point things are shaped in a way that it's inspiring for people, and I wouldn't mind actually having it as like a little like mini series, an animated series or something like that. That would be great. I already know like how to tell the story and everything. I already have a couple of like scenes written. Um, so that could be really cool. Short series or something, or it's like a goddamn full series, 6 seasons. I already know how to sparse them too. If it was a video game, I already know what kind of video game it would be as well. Like I thought about it. I daydream. I write stuff. I have a few ideas. I've been kind of like not really focusing on what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of like doing a little bit of like, I'm not focusing on what I'm sculpting. That's what I'm trying to do. I've been talking a bit too much. The resolution is not super great on that mesh to do details, so I think I'm gonna actually have to subdivide a little bit more. Let's bake this level, this layer. This one, let's keep it, but let's subdivide before. There we go. A little bit more resolution on this now. 6 seasons in a movie. Actually, Madzi, that's really funny you're saying that, because it's pretty much the number that I had in mind. 6 seasons. Maybe a movie, huh? Maybe I'm gonna Evangelion it. Thank you, Marco. I have to go to bed now. 2:30 a.m. Alright, have a good one. Take care. Yeah, I think we're getting into like the final like polishing of like the skin part, at least for a first pass at it. Then I can put it into place and see if I need to play with it more. Because yeah, it's easy to get lost in the details, and sometimes like you don't realize like, oh, you know what, I actually did not needed all of those like extra details. So sometimes it's good to just like stop working, look at it later. You'll see if you need to add more. Hope catch another day. Yeah, well, I mean, come along. I normally I do them earlier in the day, so you won't need to be a night. How do you say that? A night owl? When you're staying awake very late. Thanks for the follow, by the way. m'a dit comment que t'aimes le petit chat pour le moment. J'aime beaucoup le petit chat. Très bien. Oh, just give me a moment. Alright, sorry about that. It was my mom calling. Il est tout mignon et ridé. Ouais, il a pas eu la vie facile. So as of now, if you hear manic screamings in the background, it is my son who is now awake, who has now awakened from his nap. That little devil. I'm starting to be happy with the wrinkles around the arm here. Let's try to not have this line go too long without being interrupted. No, I preferred what I had before. I think I'm starting to have a bit of a headache. Sculpting, I'm not sure if you like shortcuts, but cloth hove and cloth nudge are quite useful for skin like that combined with some morph targeting. Yeah, I see. I know what you mean. I use it sometimes for very loose skin, but because of the degree of like, because it's not like really that loose, I find that like those tools, in my taste, they go a bit out of control easily, and I prefer to do it by hand. It's just a matter of like how much like chaos I think like, or am I allowing to have in there. But no, that's actually that's a good tip though. It's a good tip that people should consider, or at least try. How did you got into sculpting? You plan making it a job or keep it a hobby? Um, I've been doing this for my work for 13 years now, so I plan to keep it a hobby and my job. If you want to go and see the kind of professional work we did, visit chaosmasons.com or go to the links at the bottom and check the Chaos Mason website. You'll see the amount of game we worked on. Our latest one is Dead Space, the new one, so we did a lot of work. Indeed, indeed. Oops. Alright, so am I happy with the amount of wrinkles on the character? I think that I am. Am I happy with the quality of them? Who are Chaos Masons? It's my company. I'm the co-founder of Chaos Masons. I mean, we've been doing characters for video games for 8 years, I think. No, 9 years now. Yeah, next year is going to be 10 years. So yeah, we've been doing that for a shit ton of time, and worked on many AAA titles, that sort of stuff. Yada yada yada. We're a pretty big team. We're able to tackle a ton of stuff, and I'm art director, business manager, project manager, artist for the company. So yeah, it's a big enterprise, and I love to do things like that here on Twitch, sharing my knowledge and that sort of stuff. I never show professional work because it's NDA. Can't show that, but I share some of my personal projects, some universes that I create on the side, that kind of stuff. But by day, I am Marco, Chaos Mason's art director, and by night, I'm Batman. Alright, I think I want to call it done. I'm just kind of like getting tired of working on this. I think I'm happy with the quality, so let's duplicate this and make it his other arm group. And let's position it differently. So the red is kind of like a it's kind of like a blocking of like the position that I gave myself. This silly fella will be used into a game. No, it's just for fun. Probably I'll use it. I'll print. I might print him though, so it might be used to create like a statue. What do you think about Entei Ryu's art? I have no idea who Entei Ryu's art is. I guess I won't really need the blocking thing. You know what? He's kind of cute with like his two arms like this. So he's not kind of like his arms are not folded. They're more like kind of like doing a Wolverine. Yeah, when I think about it, that's kind of like what it is, eh? Maybe I should go for that instead of like the arms crossed. I kind of like it. Let me consider that. Just let me consider it. Nothing better than getting mad at your audience when they did nothing. Let's curve this hand a little bit as well. Yeah, I like him. This is the song. This song could be in a truck ad, like a pickup truck ad. It like screams manliness. The new Dodge Ram, built to last. Bonsoir, bonsoir, Monsieur Pete. Do you like my cock rock music? Excuse ma bouffe est arrivée en même temps. How you doing? How am I doing? Doing good. Doing good. Came back from the gym and my back hurts. I actually did a little bit too much, I think. But doing good, doing good. Like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, there's a giant... how do you call that? Let me find it. I just know the name in French. French to English. I doubt that that's what it is. Ah, there you go. There's a there's an excavator in my backyard right now. Those like giant truck with like a crane shovel thing, the bucket, and it's been basically digging a huge hole in my backyard and destroying a wall in my house, like for the past week. So yeah, a lot of things have been happening around here. I guess I'm gonna get rid of a bit of like some clipping with the arms and stuff, and that will probably be all for today. Actually, my meeting is soon, so it needs to be soon over for today. But thanks for everyone that joined during the raid and stayed. It's pretty very appreciated. And thanks for everyone who's been here since the very beginning. Hey Marco, what do you think about the new Ryzen CPU? I did not try it, so I do not have any opinions about it, but I love the name. It's a badass name. It's a pretty fucking cool name. So I'm basically just adding a bit of like pressure on the skin parts that are being pushed by the connection of both hands together. So this one is it's a very destructive process to the mesh, not to the mesh, but to the shape of the mesh at the very least. So this is the kind of like modification I'm absolutely going to keep on a layer, because it's kind of like without every other element affecting it, it does not really make sense by itself. So if in case I want to like modify the arm's position, like those are going to be like, those changes are not gonna want to keep them, so these are I'm really gonna keep on a layer, because they're really like proper to like their position within the other meshes and everything. So yeah. Oops. Okay, there's a little bit more here. Okay, that song's a bit aggressive. Okay, alright. I remember that song as well. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna keep both layers because if I remove both layers, they come back to their primary position. There we go. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Alright! And we're done. We just need the mechanical arms, which I'm gonna work on during another stream. But yeah, we're technically done. For the character part, at least. Cool, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I have 15 minutes before my meeting. I'm going to be able to make myself a coffee, go say hi to my child, and then I'm going to have the meeting, and then it's going to be the end of the day. Well, no, I'm going to do a bit of writing. That's what I'm going to do today. A bit of writing for the characters of Neo Apocalypse, and yep, that's what I'm going to do. That's what's going to happen, y'all. That's what's gonna happen, y'all. Let's look for some stream to raid. Jeez, man, the ads when you have to look at somebody. Do I have ads when people connect to my stream? Do I have ads? I don't even know if I have ads. I do have ads. Mother fuckers. Goddamn freaking ads. Well, hey, you know what? Yes, unless you are a subscriber. I never seen ads. Okay, good to know. Good to know. It would be nice to at least have the choice of like the ads to put. If I actually had like, how do you call them? Like people that make promotion on advertisers, I guess. If I had advertisers, I'd probably like. It would need to be really like something that I truly believe in. Anyways, yep. So let's do that. Let's raid Pixelogic. Huh? Let's do this. Whoop. So yep. You know what, guys and gals, I'm gonna bid you farewell. Thanks for joining. We had a good number of people today. It was cool. It was fun. I didn't know there was going to be people on a Friday, so that's great. We're gonna see how next week goes. I think there's gonna be more construction at my house next week. Maybe I'm gonna try to do it at night, but I prefer doing the streams during the day like this. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said last stream, if I cannot do a stream next week, just be patient with me. At some point, the constructions are gonna stop, and I'll be able to go back to do that. So, thanks everybody for joining. That's really great, and I hope to see you next week. Take care, everyone.